All right, I want to bring in now Director of the Global Strategy Project, Marco Vincenzo. Marco, good to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us so early. What do you make of Kim's trip to China?
Listen, if he is to meet with Trump, this trip is somewhat inevitable. China remains the lifeline of North Korea. North Korea wants to press the reset button with China after strained relations in recent years, particularly after North Korean ballistic testing, nuclear testing, and also the fact that China is supporting UN economic sanctions, which have hit North Korea very hard. At the same time, China doesn't want to be, North Korea wants to reassure China that it's not going to be sidelined when the surprise announcement came of this upcoming meeting. In addition to that, I would say China wants to retain its influence, if not increase it, on the Korean Peninsula. And then North Koreans are also looking for greater economic support from China. So there's a relationship that goes back decades. Obviously, North Korea cannot survive without China, but the North Koreans also have their own agenda. They're looking for, ultimately, I think it's a grand bargain with the United States. Although China may not be a direct participant or signatory in any meeting or of any accord, but it is ultimately a guarantor of such an accord as the lifeline of North Korea.
Do you buy Kim Jong-un's promises that they would feasibly accept denuclearization if they were to sort of be promised safety, that he would be kept in power, especially when we have this New York Times reporting now that we have these satellite images apparently showing this nuclear reactor now that has been under construction till now and is now looking like it's online? I mean, the timing for this is pretty interesting, considering where we're at in these negotiations.
His grand bargain all along has been basically the United States removing troops from the Korean Peninsula, which is unlikely to ever happen, at least for the present time. Secondly, is for the United States to remove its the umbrella of nuclear deterrence that covers South Korea and Japan. Well, the first one is not negotiable. I think the second one's not negotiable. But I think what he's trying to do is with China is to basically secure China's support, at least at the official level,
no matter what.
No matter what. And like I said, it's a very strained relationship between the two, but it's a mutually beneficial one. North Korea knows that China, for the status quo on the Korean Peninsula, the existence of the North Korean regime serves China and is convenient to China, as a buffer zone, it's been all along, and secondly is the fact that it doesn't want the United States troops ultimately on a united Korea Peninsula, and if the North Korean regime were to collapse, that means an overflow of massive refugees, a big humanitarian crisis. That's something that's leveraged that the North Koreans have been playing very well with the Chinese in recent years.
Yeah, obviously a very developing story here. Marco Vincenzo, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Vicenzino, right?
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.